Hello there, this is Nosa again. Now, this is the third or the four-part podcast of Oba Esiege's reign, who sat on the throne between 1504 and 1550. My immediate past posting, I talked about Oba Esiege's desire to set up Imaguero, the beautiful Imaguero, wife to one of his senior chiefs, the Oliha of Benin Kingdom. So that's what we'll talk. That's what's going to happen now. So I hope you're ready. Okay, so on this given day, the servant, the cripple, arrived. Well, to be politically correct, I rather say is handicapped. So the handicapped man arrived Oliha's compound, and he was saying, Imaguero was screaming at the top of his voice, Imaguero, where are you? The beautiful Imaguero. The only reason why the sun shines on this kingdom. Imaguero, where are you? Where are you? He was screaming. And Imaguero was inside, was like, who the heck is that? Who is that? Who is that? Well, then she came out. Then she was looking at him condescendingly. What do you want? Are you a stranger in this town? You want to say that you're not aware that at this time Oliha, if it's the one you're looking for, Oliha is not with the chiefs at this time. Are you a stranger? If it's Oliha you're looking for, he's not at home. The servant said, no, Maguero, beautiful Maguero. It's you that I came to see. Me? Me? What business do I have with you? She said, of course. She had gotten conceited on account of the attention she had been receiving over the years. Very proud. And the servant said, yeah, I just want, it's you I came to see. What? And he was coming closer. Handkerchief. Don't come close. It was, goodness gracious. The guy said, Imaguero, I brought you a gift. You brought me a gift. What business have I with you? She repeated that you should be bringing me a gift. And then he came out brandishing beautiful coral beads. Then Imaguero was looking at them. She had never seen anything so exquisite. She said, where did you get that from? Her eyes were blinking like a battery-powered doll. Blinking, and her mouth was agape. Where did you get that from? You want to pass on a stolen beads to me? Something? Stolen goods? The servant said, no, Imaguero, I didn't steal them. No, it was a gift from the Portuguese. The Portuguese were doing business with the Beninese at that time. So the Beninese called them the Portuguese. It was something from one of the Portuguese. I did something for him. And he gave you something this beautiful. It's got to be very expensive. Then the servant said, yes, but it is not as beautiful as you, Imaguero. Okay, thank you. He left. 2 days later, he came and called out again as usual. Imaguero, beautiful Imaguero, but this time around, rather than using a handkerchief to cover her nose. Oh, she said, my friend. She came, my friend, co. She sat down and then pulled him. He needed to be helped here. So she come and sit by me. So she pulled him to her side, and he sat next to her. So how are you? What did you bring me today? What was my gift this time? I hope it's better than the last one. Because the servant laughed and said they brought out another set of coral beads. Imaguero with us. Anyway, so subsequent visits, she was receiving him in her bed chambers. They became close and an affair ensued. Of course, during his visits, he made certain that he committed to memory what the room was like, because it would be needed when he's giving an account of his relationship in the palace to the king. But anyway, so on this given day, on this fateful day, there was another case of fidelity issues with husbands not trusting wives not trusting husbands. So this couple were before the king, and the king was trying to settle this dispute between them. And then Oliha just got up. He said, he's tired. I'm tired of all this. I'm tired of people. How can people not, especially how can a woman not be faithful to her husband? My Imaguero can never be unfaithful. I can swear to Imaguero. Then the king said, you can what? Yes, I can swear to my Imaguero's fidelity. The king asked him, Oliha, I want to ask you for one last time, because you do this every time and I'm getting tired of it. Can you swear to Imaguero's fidelity? Oliha said, Your Majesty, I can. Yes, I can. I'm the only man she has ever known, and I know I'm the only man she will ever know. Okay. So Oliha now called and asked the servants to be summoned to his presence and that of the chiefs. The servant came, and the king, of course, the king had already, he anticipated Oliha's behavior, how he was going to behave, when he's confronted with this truth. And so he had two guards, on the standby. And then the king told the servant, tell us about the relationship with Imaguero. Oliha said, this thing, and my Imaguero, Your Majesty, it's got to be a joke. The king said, no. So when the servant said, well, so he was going, and then he went into details, talking about his relationship with Imaguero, went ahead and talked about even embellished with the talking drum that was hanging at the foot of his bedroom on the wall, a gift from an Ife chief to Oliha. This was just too much. So Oliha lunged at him, and then, of course, he was quickly restrained by the guards that were behind him. And anyway, eventually the king motioned that he be left, he be freed by the guards, and Oliha dashed out. He was shaking with rage. On his way out, he knocked down one of the elderly chiefs who was late for the meeting, and the man fell backwards, and Oliha even walked over his prone body, and the man was cursing Oliha out, was cursing him out. Oliha couldn't be bothered. He rushed home. While, as he was approaching the house, he saw his wife, his darling, Imaguero. She was sitting where she normally sat. She was titivating, smartening herself for. She was looking at the mirror that had been given to her by Oliha, who as a gift from one of the Portuguese, and he dashed in. She couldn't. My husband, my lord. It's me, your darling Imaguero. You won't greet me, Joe. What is wrong? What is wrong, my lord? He ran after Oliha, who was already in their bedchambers, and behold, he made straight for the place where Imaguero had been hiding the coral beads, and then they pulled them out. Imaguero started crying. Your Majesty, no, it's not what you, my lord, it's not what you think, my lord. It's not what you think. No. Oliha lunged at him and grabbed her by the throat, and he squeezed. He was so angry, it could not be. He was squeezing life out of Imaguero. Even when her body went limp, he kept on squeezing until, of course, she died. And that resulted in the death of the beautiful Imaguero. But his anger will not be quelled, in spite of the death of his wife. So watch out for part 2, the fourth part, concluding part of this. What did Oliha do? What could he have done that would be worse than killing Imaguero? But of course, he planned on getting back at Oba Esigie. So touch subscriber button for the concluding part. For you'll be notified of the latest my podcasts, especially the concluding part of this. So you can like, you can share, but touch the subscribe button now. Touch it now. Be good.